Hi everyone on YouTube. It's 9:17 a.m. I haven't slept all night, pretty much on and off, little bits, about an hour here and there maybe. Aaron missed called me last night. He rang me about 11:30. He rang me once and hung up. I had a feeling it was him. I didn't answer it. I just text back. I says, "Who's this?" And he put, "Who this?" And I thought it's gotta be him. And then he says it's Aaron, and I don't know. I just started panicking and I don't know. I've been panicking all night actually. I've been having nightmares all night. I've had nightmares about being strangled. I've had nightmares about being cheated on. I've had various nightmares. In the last couple of months I've had nightmares as well. Not every night, but every couple of nights I've just had nightmares. I just told him how I felt really. I just told him that I can't get back with him. I'm too scared. I'm too scared to get into any relationship. I don't know. I just had enough. I wish I was dead. I just had enough. I just had enough. I'll tell you one thing, Sean hasn't helped my mental health whatsoever over the last month. I've been chatting to him. I don't know which one of them two is worse. I really don't know which one of them two is worse. I mean, for instance, Sean, he came back here. I was telling him I loved him, this, that and the other, and he was telling me he loved me. The next minute, on a Sunday, we go round to my friend Lee's, also in Droitwich, for barbecue. And after coming back here on the Sunday afternoon, before he went back, he says to me he wouldn't mind sleeping with Lee. Yeah, after he told me he was, yeah. I'm so confused. I feel like my head's all over the place. I feel like I'm scared of. I feel like I'm scared of human affection. I feel like I'm scared of. I feel like I'm scared of love. I feel like I feel like I'm really, really scared to get in love. I feel like I'm really scared to get back. Well, no, not to get back with Aaron, but to get with anyone. I feel like I'm really scared to do that. And it's been worrying me all night. How I would react if I took Aaron back. How I would react if when we're sleeping together in the night. How I'd react to that. Because I slept with Sean, and Sean says I was dithering, which means I was shaking. And I think I'd be the same with Aaron as well, or probably anyone after. too much. I'm not used to it. It's just too much. It's too much. Going to Northern Hills in a bit anyway, so I've got things to do over the weekend. If it's nice tomorrow, I might have a barbecue. Monday, I'm going to Weston on Monday for the day, so that's good. It's just too much. I'm fed up of feeling like I'm half alive, like I'm half dead, like I can't sleep. I haven't slept for ages, not properly. I haven't had a full night's sleep for at least 2 months. The most amount of sleep I've had over the last 2 months is maybe 7 hours. That's about the most amount of sleep I've had. Just can't do it. I just can't do it. I can't do it. Does he not understand how messed up he's made my head? Does he not understand how much he's upset me? Does he think that come back here I'm going to be all happy and everything else? I'm just going to be just as depressed because I'm going to be worrying constantly what's going to go wrong next. Because every single time he's been here, something's gone wrong. I thought I was getting over him as well, I really did, until he missed called me last night. I feel like I've become exactly how he was back when I first knew him. I feel like he's messed my head up to that much. I mean, when I first knew him, a month or two after I knew, it was maybe less than a month, we went down to Hersh Street, had some drinks, and we came back on the 144 bus, and he just started crying for no reason, and I felt a bit embarrassed because we were surrounded in people on the bus, and I didn't know how to handle it, so I rang my mum, because he was saying that he was scared I was going to hurt him and this, that and the other. So I rang my mum, and my mum reassured him that I wouldn't do that I wasn't like that. And he was just crying for ages, for like about nearly the whole bus journey back. He was crying. I really loved him. I did really love him. I don't know how I feel now. I think it's a mixture of love and hate, and anger and jealousy and he's changed his number as well. I don't know why he's miscalling me, but he's changed his number. I'll come off WhatsApp because I could see that Sean and Aaron were chatting. I could see that Sean and Aaron were on WhatsApp at exactly the same time. So I deleted my WhatsApp. They're both. Sean, I say to Sean, I say, are you chatting to Aaron? And he says no. And I says, well, it's funny how you and him are on there exactly the same time. And he says, I know what you. I says to him, I messaged him last night, Sean. I says, I know what your game is. Your game is to message me and tell me you like me, and then your game is to message Aaron and tell him you like him. I says, I know what your game is. I know what you like and what. I says you might have Aaron fooled, but you don't have me fooled. I know what you like. And then he got a bit stroppy then. He says, look, he says, I don't know what your problem is, but I've got 5 jobs. How can I keep messaging you back? But he doesn't. If I tell him I like him and this that and the other, he doesn't message me for days. Surely he can spare me one message in a day. He just plays me, and he. I just feel so confused. I just feel really, really confused. I don't know how Aaron can jump from one relationship to another because I find it. I found it very, 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 very confusing. I went with Sean. I got with Sean because I was feeling very depressed and very low. And yeah. And now I feel so confused. I don't know what. I just feel completely confused. I feel like I've got feelings for both of them. And I wanted to forget about Aaron. I wanted to move on because he's messed me around so many times. He's cheated on me. He's done loads of shit to me. So I wanted to forget about